I woke up today and I was thinking of how to repay my loan of what, $6,000, right? So this is the money I took from a friend for my one or two issue. Now, even though I'm no more a student, right? Every loan is a loan. That is money that you have to pay back. Unless some people are being forgiving some loan, that is a plus for you. But who knows? It will be paid in the future in a different direction. That is what we are asking. So, how do you repay your loan for something like that? Maybe this amount can be different. It can differ. You can put any amount there. So this is the definition or the formula that we came up with using, or this is what we are using from a mathematics, right? You don't even need to be a mathematician before you can apply this definition. All that you know is to watch this video and see how we go about it. If you are a student and then you know this formula, let me know, or this definition, let me know the type of formula is it in the comment section below. Now, without much ado, let's dive into the solution of how to go or how to deal with this formula. Okay, the first step, assuming this is my loan, right? Yours may be different. This is mine. So I have a 6,000 to repay. I want to see the number of days that I can pay that loan if you are able to stay consistently, right? Consistently. Right, okay, now I'll explain everything step by step. Now, this is my first payment. So is this number here, this A here is going to be my first payment. Okay, on the day one, maybe I want to pay $40, right? So that's just for the day one. So first day of payment, I want to make a payment, initial deposit of $40. That is for me. Now this N here is obviously standing for the number of days that I'm going to spend in paying this 6,000 loan if I wish to pay $40 per day. Okay, now the D here is standing for the difference. So okay, fine. Someone may say that could be easy. Is that okay? So if on the day one I wish to pay, this is day one, right? This is the day one. So if I pay $40 on the day one, the second day, how many or how much am I going to pay? So I want to know the difference. So this is $40. So if you are paying 60, you sum everything up, that was up to $60. Then the difference here is just going to be $20. Can you see that? That is the difference. But I prefer the $40 to be my difference. So this is how I will go about it. So if you pay $40 on the first day, I want that difference here also to be a $40, right? So if I pay $40 on the second day, the first day here, and then the second day I have to pay another $40 again. Okay. Now this is the point here. You don't necessarily have to be today and then tomorrow next, and so on and so forth. You can maybe jump in between, right? So that is the point. Maybe let's say at the time of making this video, today is Friday, right? So today is Friday. If you pay $40 today, okay, well, it depends on your source of income or how fast you want to pay your loan. Right. Okay, so on Saturday, yeah, you may pay another $40, right? Or you can jump to Sunday, right, and pay that. Nobody cares. All that matters here is that you have to keep this difference in mind, right? Now look at something. Don't deceive yourself. If you pay $40 here on the first day here, if you add the difference here, you are saying is what, $40. So meaning that on the second day you have to pay $80, right? That's why we are saying that it's not necessarily have to be consistent. So meaning that 40 plus the first 40, you are going to pay $80 on the second day, right? You can even choose to pay this thing on a Monday, maybe your next payment, right? So maybe that could be 3 days, 4 days, and so on and so forth. Now we are going to see how many days are you going to spend in paying that loan here. That is the point here. How many days? That is very, very important, right? You can even go for 3 months, 6 months, and so on and so forth. But you have to make sure that on your next payment you are paying the right amount that you have to pay. Now what will be the amount that you have to pay on the third day? So you have to add $40 to this 80. That is of making 120 dollars. Are you there? That is very, very, very simple and straightforward. Now if this is too much for you, you can reduce that to maybe $10 per day, or the difference of $10, and so on and so forth, whichever way you want to go about it. Now let's dive into the solution and see how many days we need to pay this 6,000 load. If you choose to pay $40 on the first day and take a difference of what, $40 on our next payment, right? And this is the calculation. Once again, if you are not a student, you don't even need to go about this calculation. Okay, let's here we are planning to come with a very simple Excel strategy, or maybe software. We want to use that to extract this formula here, right? So this formula, so that you can even find it easy. You just need to log in your figures, and then everything will dive on how to make that payment. Are you there? So let's hear from you in the comment section if you want us to come up with these things here. Now let's see. Let's gather our information. Our first payment, according to my payment strategies, is what the first one is what, $40. That is the day one, and I have a difference. I want to make a difference of what, another $40 again. Is that okay? That is very, very simple. So if I have this $6,000 here, that is equal to the n, which I don't know the number of days that I'm going to spend in paying that, divided by 2, multiplied by 2. Our a here is the first payment, which is what, $40. Plus we have our n. Of course, we don't know our n, number of days that the difference. I want to pay a $40 difference here, right? Okay, so doing this calculation here, I think that should be very, very easy. So if you want to go about this thing, you can pause the video and try. All right, so here we have 80 plus, do you remember this 40 is multiply everything that is in the bracket, that is 40 and minus 40. Are you there? So with this 2 here, 2 is going to multiply across here, right? So that these two can cancel out. Are you there? So we have what, 12,000 on the left hand side. We have our n. I can even wish to expand this thing straightforward. Okay, let's go that step by step. Okay, if you are not a student, you want this strategy, let's hear from you. You come up with a very simple and essay strategy for you to handle this. So we have our 12,000 here, and then that is equal to, remember, okay, let's do this once again step by step for those who want to see the clear picture. This is 80n, and then this is what, minus 40. All these things are numbers without any letter here. So let me maintain this 40n, and let's subtract this with this one. So I'm going to have positive 40. If you're enjoying this video and then you're new to the channel, why don't you subscribe to this channel for more lessons like this. Now let's see, here we have now let's go about, we are going to use this n here to multiply everything that is in this bracket. So you have, I have my 12,000 here, that is going to be equal to the n multiplied by this one. We are going to have 40n squared, and then here is going to be positive 40n. Is that okay? Okay, now we are free to go. Okay, what will happen if I divide everything by 40 to make my calculation very easy? All right, so here if I divide this thing by this, I'm going to have a values of, that is going to be 300. This one will remain n squared plus n. So which method are we going to use to solve this one? That is where quadratic comes in. So you have n plus n minus 300, everything equal to 0, right? I'm just sending this guy to the other side of the equation, or you can subtract 300 from both sides of the equation to arrive at this thing. Now whichever method you want to use in solving this thing is up to you. By using the quadratic formula, I have my n here, that is going to be equal to negative b plus or minus square root of b squared minus 4ac, everything divided by 2a. You don't need to memorize all this if you don't want to go by this. If for an exam stake or test, for sure you have to go by this test. But if you just for paying your debt back or your loan back, you don't need to go to all this. All that you need to do is to comment in the comment section below how, then we come up with, so we'll give you a link to that calculation. Everything has been done already. You just need to plug in your values, and then we are free to go. Okay, now I'm not going to solve this thing, but all that matters here is that we have our, you need to plug in the values of the, we have our A from this thing here, your A for those who are going for exam sake, right? So for this thing here, we have our A here, this A from this definition, A to be equal to this, the first value here, which is 1, and then I have my B to be equal to this value here of the n. This is n squared, and then this is n. B is also 1, the number that is attached to this, and then our C is going to be negative 300. Right, so you plug everything into this definition here. You are going, I've already solved this. If you want me to show you how to do this calculation here, let me hear from you in the comment section below. Right, so I arrive at the point where I have this thing n to be equal to negative 1 on 2 plus or minus, I have a square root of the square root sign. You give him 1/1, everything divided by 2. Right, so solving this here gives me a values of, okay, let me bring that value here. You see, this one you are going to have the values of the positive here as well as the negative. So I have the positive, I can clean this part, right? But let me maintain this small portion here. For the positive value, I have 16.8. So this, if you convert it, assuming because of the payments of, we don't have any 16.8 days in number of days here. So converting this one give me a 17 days. So the other one was a negative. We don't have a negative days in this way. All right, so that is where we are going backwards. I don't know which human being grows backwards here. So maintaining this thing here, we are going to have a 17 days of making the payment of what, 6,000 loan if you stay consistently. Now this thing hasn't need to be maybe from today you have to pay $40. So that's what I said earlier on, $40. The next day you are going to pay $80. The following day you have to pay $120, right? You don't necessarily need to follow one another. Maybe let's say Friday you pay this, Saturday you pay this, Sunday you pay that, right? So it depends on the source of income. So all that matters is that you have to make sure that on your next payment you maintain the difference. So you are going to see that you are just going to spend a 17 payment methods. You are going to make a payment of 17 times. Okay, let's call it that. So with the 17 times of payment, you can easily clear off all these debts of 6,000, right? Is that okay? Now thank you for watching this video. If you are still here from this point here and then you want us to upload more videos on this, and all I have to do is give us a thumbs up and then subscribe or comment down below anything that you want to see next in your payments. Thank you.